Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? I see Dana's here and Marguerite. So let the evening begin. I'm looking at my hair. It is what it is. I'm here. Can you hear me, Marguerite? It says I'm live. Am I live? Oh, okay. I was gonna text in the chat. Oh, excuse me. I just finished dinner here. So how's everybody tonight? The snow is melting in Northeast Indiana, and I'm glad it's warming up. Hi Tim, how are you tonight? I finally figured out how to notify a live event, and then I just have to go on and say, I'm here. But I saw Dana was here already and Marguerite's here. So we're off to a good start. So has anybody been watching the Olympics at all? I discovered you can watch quite a bit of them on YouTube, and I think what's on YouTube, I have regular TV, which I rarely watch. It's NBC. Hi, Farm Wife 99. How are you tonight? I'm gonna grab a pen here. So, anyways, I've been enjoying watching the figure skating on YouTube. So that's been kind of fun. I love watching the couples figure skating. I love the costumes of the women. They're so beautiful. I've never ice skated, so that's something I never did as a child, and I'm too old now to learn how to ice skate. So Farm Wife, do you have a first name you like to go by, or shall we call you Farm Wife? And I write down notes of people's names because I don't remember, and people are important. So Marguerite's not an Olympics kind of person. Oh, your name's Diane. So hi, Diane. I'm glad you're here. Let me move this to the other. Well, I'll just do it here. I I'm sitting in a slightly different spot tonight. I rearranged my kitchen table, and now I'm sitting in a different corner. Farmer wife. So Diane, are you really a farmer's wife? It's probably a silly question. Is Diane? Um, a few on words today. Dana, are you here? Yeah, Timothy, I like watching curling. That seems so weird. They use that broom or that brush to move the curl thing to get it to go where they want it to go. Oh wow. You're a farmer's wife, daughter, and granddaughter. That's pretty cool. I have I have a small garden, and I'm getting ready to start some seedlings here. Right now, I've got a glass here. I'm going to move it. Um, right now, I'm going to start flowers. Oh, Marguerite. Oh, I got a text. Hang on here. Let me turn this down. Oh, it's a reminder. I don't know what I would do without cell phones and silly reminders that I don't really need. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I was thinking about you. Is it your sister that's not doing well? I was looking at my notes. Um, yeah, Marguerite, you probably have enough snow up there and ice that you could have curling. Oh, the curling brush is to slow down the stone. I use a curling brush to curl my hair. As you can tell, it doesn't work too well. That's terrible, I know. So it's kind of like I'm not I was thinking of a pool table and you get the angle right, so maybe the curling brush kind of helps um navigate the thingy. And I just realized I didn't turn my oven off. So I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, yeah, I thought talking about the Olympics was probably a safe topic tonight. There's so much junk on the news right now. I don't know what else to talk about. So, Dana commented just before I started. Um, oh, she's gonna listen. She's driving home. Yeah, Timothy, I watched the monks were at the National Cathedral. I forget what day it was. Was it Monday or Tuesday? When you're retired, you lose track of the days. It was kind of interesting. The one of the monks talked about um he explained peace, and it was kind of interesting to hear his analogy of what peace was. And I don't know much about the 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 monks' religion, so I hope they like I said, it was interesting hearing what he had to say, and it was kind of an inner peace, a peace for one person. Okay, Kathy, so your sister's doing about the same. That's got to be tough. And I'm glad you had some taco soup that was very good. I'm glad you can spend time with her. And speaking of that, I don't know if any of you ever watched Kentucky Home, My Kentucky Home, and Debbie is the person that it's her channel. Anyway, she just put her husband in a nursing home. Hi, Mary. How are you tonight? So if you could keep Debbie and her husband in your prayers, it doesn't look good. It's kind of sad. So Mary is doing okay. I started off tonight asking if anybody had a favorite Olympics. Yeah, that is very hard. I watched my dad die of cancer, and it's tough. So it's a horrible way to go. But I know. Um, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm gonna start flower gardening here. I start seeds, and um, I've been knitting. Oh, Mary, your mother died of pancreatic cancer. Man, that's another nasty one too. From what I've observed, they go pretty fast. Oh, Kathy can talk because she's at a red light. She loves all the figure skating events. I do too, the figure skating events. Um, does anybody want to talk about current news? Yes or no? It's kind of scary. um, I try to stay away from the news and I get sucked in it. And this Nancy Guthrie story, it gets stranger and stranger every day. So, I don't know. My theories are all kind of blown out of the water. And I hope she's alive, but I think as the days go by, it's looking less and less likely that she is. And that's the bad part, Mary, is, all the media sitting out in front of the house and they're all critiquing the investigation, but they're probably more of a hindrance than a help. The back, what do they call it? The armchair referee or whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of hard. I'm sure there are things behind the scenes that are going on that we have no clue. So it's all very sad. And I try I try not to watch, but I get sucked into it. And then I'll go on and I say, "Well, I saw this yesterday." So there's just a lot of speculation. And I think the sad thing is there are so many missing people in the United States. There's a lot of missing children and men and women, and we're getting all this media attention for one famous person. Not that she's not important, she certainly is important, but every person that's missing is important. And I just hope we realize, it's worse than we think. And then if you have missing people reports day in and day out, people aren't going to pay attention. So I don't know which is worse, knowing or not knowing. That's kind of my thought on it. But it is upsetting. So we live in a crazy world right now. So what do you think, Tim? Do you think there's too much media hype about Nancy, or are you going to stay quiet on that? And is Farmer's Wife, are you still here or did we lose you? Oh, you're Diane. I'm sorry. Yeah, one theory is an Uber driver. John Bonet's father said the FBI comes in at the request of the local police. Oh, I didn't know that. They have to request. And the Boulder police wouldn't ask for help on the John, I'm knowing I'm not saying the right name, John Bonet. That was another sad one. I don't think they ever did find out what how she was kidnapped. And yes, but Buzz is intrigued by the Nancy case. I think we all are. Yeah, Buzz doesn't normally talk a whole lot about politics and stuff, so this must be a hot topic. My nose itches. Oh, so you're a true crime addict. Um, I'm the last one to figure stuff out, so I'm not good at that. I was laid off many years ago, and I went to a class on how to write a good resume. And I'm a retired accountant, and there was another lady in the group, and she was gonna go into forensic accounting. I thought that's kind of interesting. I don't think like a criminals. I I decided not to go into that. And I don't know if there are many forensic accountants or not. This was quite a while ago. And itchy nose means you're gonna have a fight. Oh no. I never heard of that one before. Oh, Mary used to be addicted to true crime books in her college days. I've never been pretty I've never, been a mystery person. I watch, I used to like to watch Inspector Morse on PBS. That was an English crime. It seems like the British shows have a lot of crime and mystery kind of movies or shows. Um, I'm more of a historical fiction person myself. I'm gonna kiss a blue-eyed fool. Oh my goodness. It's itching and I have a lot of allergies, so I'm blaming it on the allergies. So I'm gonna write this down. Mary says Anne Rule in cold blood. I'll have to see if I can handle that. I'll have to get it from the library. So I'm gonna kiss a blue-eyed fool. Wow. That's kind of funny. I wasn't gonna mention it, but since you brought it up, my divorce was final 36 years ago tomorrow. And he had gray eyes, so he wasn't a fool. Oh, Truman Capote wrote In Cold Blood. Okay. There's another crime person. Um, so yeah, tomorrow is Friday the 13th, and then Saturday is Valentine's Day. So I was in the store a couple times. Oh, that's what your mom would say. So so I was in Kroger a couple times this week, and all the roses are at the front of the store, and they smell so pretty. So I like to walk by 'em just to observe. And I think we're to love one another every day. It's not all the romance and flowers, but I tend to, yeah, they'll be on sale on Sunday. Um, we're to show love and care for each other every single day. And that's what true love is. So, yeah, I wonder how much the price will be marked down on Sunday. I may go in Saturday night. I won't do that. Actually, my church is having their annual fish fry, which I keep bumping the table. Yeah, wait till Sunday. So our fish fry is Saturday, and I texted my sister the other day, said, "You want to go to the fish fry with me?" So she's my date Saturday night. And we don't get together too often, so it'll be kind of fun. And that's that story. When I was growing up, it was the first Sunday of the month. I don't even know where this was. The place was called Gingerville, and my grandma lived near Waterford, Michigan. And I think it was a VA place, and they would have fish fry all you could eat. It was the first Sunday of the month, and we did that for years and years. And that's a fond and a fun memory I had from back in the day. And back in the day, but that's the only time we drank pop. You could get a little glass bottle of pop. It was a dime, and that was a real treat for us. This is back in the 60s. So times have changed, haven't they? A VFW fish fry. So it was really good. And I don't I guess there are some around town if you know where to look, but I don't go to very many. So this one at the church will be fun. And I don't know who taught me this, but I like eating fish with ketchup on it. And I don't know anybody else that puts ketchup on their fish, but I do. I was a picky eater when I was a kid, so maybe my mom knew I liked ketchup and said, "Here, put ketchup on it." I don't know. So what else is going on? I don't I'm kind of out of things to talk about. Oh, I am gonna do video tomorrow. I like to knit, and so I'm gonna do a little video on what I've been up to lately. And I don't like tartar sauce, so I'll either eat it plain or with ketchup. But we never had tartar sauce growing up, so I guess what you eat as a kid, that's what you eat all your life. So, and Kathy likes ketchup or tartar sauce on her fish. And fried fish does sound good. My late father-in-law, he liked fishing and he caught a lot of bluegill and we would fry the fish. Oh, that was so good. It was like eating potato chips. It was good. I need to find a blue-eyed fool that likes to fish. Maybe I need to look for somebody like that. He would do the fishing and I could cook the meal. A Purdue chicken. Oh, I saw a sign that said on it was a car sticker that said "Family in Crisis," and they had Indiana and Purdue at the bottom of the sticker. I thought that was pretty funny. You do know I knit emotional chickens, right, Tim? I've knitted a few. What colors? Purdue are gold and black, aren't they? So has anybody done their taxes yet? I know that's a boring topic. Um, I filed mine on Monday. I didn't owe I didn't owe federal anything, and I'm getting nothing in return. And I'm getting a $40 credit from the state of Indiana since I pay property tax. They call it a senior credit. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with $40. I'll think of something. So, well, I kind of wondered, Mary. I have knit. Maybe next week I'll show a picture of my emotional support chickens. Marguerite got her federal refund already. That was fast. Oh, and farmer's wife, Diane, I'm sorry. You're going to start your taxes too. I'm sure a farming taxes are probably difficult. It's a business. My knitting is they're called the actual pattern is called yeah, I'm sure farmers don't know anything about refunds, and that's too bad. Although she's got a smiley face there. Um, if you knit, it's called a mitered square, and they're squares, obviously. And you knit one square, and then you knit the next one, and it goes on and on and on. But I'm going to show you what what I'm doing tomorrow. And back to emotional support chickens. I have a few I need to knit. I haven't gotten around to it. So cluck cluck. I unfortunately don't follow through on my promises, but I was thinking maybe I ought to have these done by Easter so I can decrease my yarn. Does anybody else knit? I know a couple of you crochet. Um, and I've got a couple friends on YouTube that like to do watercolors. And it's kind of cool to watch what they do. So Diane, do you have animals like cattle or chickens, or do you or do you grow mostly crops? Oh, you loom knit. Oh, cool. So you have a loom. I've watched videos on that. Am I using? Yes, I am using existing yarn. I the mitered squares I'm doing, I bought this, it's rainbow colored yarn. I bought 3 skeins of it when I was still working. And I'm gonna show in the video. I tried a couple different patterns and I didn't like the way it was turning out. So I'm ripping it out and doing a different pattern. Oh, Marguerite, did you get your sewing machine yet? I just remembered that. Marguerite ordered a sewing machine. And weaving pot holders. I did those when I was a kid. You know, those are they make the best pot holders. I also knit dishcloths. No, yeah, washcloths. I knit washcloths. And they're indestructible. They're cotton and I like it. Oh, good, you got it. And have you sewn anything yet? I have kind of a funny story. I was moving a chair, sorry. It made me think, sewing machines made me think of I have a paper shredder and I've decided to, okay, so, oh, Marguerite spent a while in a local quilting store and she learned a lot. Oh, that's cool. And weaving pot holders is popular these days, says Diane. Well, that's kind of nice to know. Do you order them on Amazon? You know, when I was a kid, you could go to the dime store, for lack of a better word, and you could buy all the little pot holder loops. But I don't know where you find them now. And Marguerite, yeah, you need to practice how to thread it, and then you got the little what do you call it? Is it the gauge? You got to make the top thread, the bottom thread come out so they're centered just right. I make such a great teacher, don't I? I can't explain what I'm talking about. Oh, so anyways, I decided to shred all my old tax returns. So I get my paper shredder out, and after about, it wasn't even 10 pages, maybe 5 or 6 pages, it quit. It just a bobbin threader. Yeah, that too. And so I was proud of myself. I went on YouTube and I found out you need to oil your paper shredder and you need to oil your sewing machine too. I've done that a few times. So I got out my sewing machine oil and attempted to oil the paper shredder, but it's not doing anything. It's not a paper jam. I think it's probably about 30 years old and it's done. So next on my list is I'll go buy paper shredder and I could always do the old-fashioned tear up the old tax returns into gazillion pieces. So but back in the day, I used to itemize and I've got labels of, labels. I saved all my prescription labels so I could itemize my medicines. And marguerites can't be oiled, so that's good. I've got I think I've talked about this before. The first year my ex-husband and I were married, he bought me a sewing machine. And I'm going, "Oh, no." It's 51 years old now, and I did oil it a few years ago. It collects dust. Put them in your tub with water. Put them in your tub with water. Marguerite, you lost me. What do I put in the tub with water? You mean my old tax returns? I've thought of, I do have a fireplace. I've thought of making a fire in my fireplace and throwing all my old tax returns in there. I have, I've been decluttering for the last 3 or 4 years with paper. Same paper seems to just grow. Oh, the ink will dissolve. I didn't know that. Tax firms. Huh. My tax returns, I've got them from the oldest one I found was 2002. I think the 7-year thing has expired. Hmm, that's interesting. So yes, I fought with the paper shredder this week. And then I still think my hair looks crooked. I got my hair cut Tuesday, and I love my beautician. And yesterday, I noticed, whoop, it's the other side. This side looks longer than the other side. So I called her and I went back this afternoon and she apologized profusely. And I'm pretty low maintenance, but it still doesn't look right. I guess I'll wait 5 weeks and when I get it cut again and see if we can't get it more even the next time round. But that's my sad story for the week. Listening to the radio the other day, we I listen to a Christian radio station and they have all new DJs, everybody retired, and they have some funny questions. So here's one, maybe a couple of you might think is funny is if there was a pet Olympics, what would your pet be good at? So if you have any pets, maybe you can come up with a pet Olympic story. Oh, Marguerite, you have a quilt made by a woman born in 19, or let me back up, 1892. So you're fine with your tax forms. But a quilt it's a keepsake. It's different than a tax form. And so quilt made by, and you said sleeping. So do you have the quilt on your bed? I have sewn, but I'm not real good at it. I can do it. I just don't like it. What else can we talk about tonight? Oh, sleeping. I know you have cats. I'm slow tonight. So they would win at sleeping. I don't have any pets, but I got to thinking I raise monarch butterflies. So I guess I could put monarch butterfly in the Olympics and and watch them flutter around. Marguerite, your cat would win the gold in sleeping. I think most cats would. The quilt is very fragile. So so did you know the woman that made the quilt? Was she a relative? I live, I guess an hour away from Shipshewana, Indiana. So there's a lot I see a lot of Amish quilts and things. They're so cool. So Kathy says her cat is a great stretcher and maybe a yoga pose for downward dog. That would be funny. Hi AJ, I wondered where you were. How are you tonight? Oh, so the lady that made the quilt is was a friend of your mom's. Well, that's pretty neat. So you know the person that made it. So AJ, we're kind of talking about Olympics a little bit. So do you have a favorite Olympic sport that you like? And I saw a heard a silly question on the radio. If there were Olympics for pets, what would your pet be good at? And speaking of not pets, we've had a lot of snow this winter, so AJ likes ski jumping. Um, I've noticed there's a lot of bunny rabbit tracks in my backyard and a lot of bunny poo. So I'm gonna have to brainstorm. The one side of my house, I've got some shrubs, and I think they love living in the shrubs on the side of the house. And of course, that means they get into my garden. So I'm gonna have to brainstorm how to get rid of the rabbits without killing them. I may try different things that they don't like the smell of them. I may try that. AJ says his cats are so fat they wouldn't be good at the Olympics. Well, Marguerite says her cat would win the gold in sleeping. How many cats do you have, AJ? He has two. My daughter has three. You think it's nice that I feed the bunnies? Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess I do. I wish they would eat the grass. I've seen them eat dandelions, so maybe I should grow more dandelions. The bunnies are so tame. You walk out in the yard, and goes, "Yeah, she's out again." They just keep doing what they're doing. Let's see, what else can we gab about? Um, I'm at a loss for words tonight. I started off on a bad note this morning. I go to Bible study on Thursdays, and I print off the week's question. You can get the PDF file. So wouldn't you know, I printed the wrong week off. So I printed, we're on week 19 and I printed off week 20. So I discovered this morning that I talk a lot. And since I didn't do my lesson, I couldn't answer any of the questions. And our Bible study ended a little bit early this morning because Donna couldn't talk a whole lot. So I am prepared for next week, though. And I was telling somebody it was a lesson in humility because I really thought I was on the right week, but I printed off the wrong week. Yep, AJ, I will be ahead of the game. And I go to Bible Study Fellowship, and it's a pretty large Bible Study Fellowship, is actually worldwide. And I like it because it's interdenominational and it's a pretty in-depth study. And this year it's on exile and return, and we're in the Old Testament. It gets pretty deep. I've learned a whole lot. This week we're moving around in different books of the Bible. Actually, I'm Lutheran, but BSF is we have a large church in where I live. We have a large church that can accommodate the Bible Study Fellowship. It's a non-denominational, but they are not affiliated with any denomination, which I like because that way there's different slants. I know there's Calvinism and all kinds of stuff I don't understand. So I like them because they do try to stick to what the Bible says and not what one particular church says. So we are in Ezekiel right now, and I won't go in real deep, but I had no idea Ezekiel had so much prophecy in it. It's hard to understand at times, but it's interesting. Keeps my mind engaged. So I do enjoy studying the Bible. It's kind of a struggle for me. I'm more head knowledge than heart knowledge. So I need to work on the heart knowledge a little bit. And that's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, Bible study was quiet because I couldn't talk this week. So, and that was one thing. Oh, Marguerite, I'm glad you stopped by, and I know you have you have other commitments. It's holy hour, so it must be something you watch. So I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, Mary said bye. So, do any of you do Bible studies or anything? I know Lent is coming up. I think Ash Wednesday is on the 18th, and our church does Wednesday night services. I may go to those. And they also have I found out they have one in the afternoon too. So I may go to that. I've been doing it's called First Five. It's an app. And right now we're doing 40 days in the New Testament. Oh, Mardi Gras is on Tuesday. Is that Pancake Tuesday? Oh, Tim, do you do that Father? Is it Mike? It starts with an S. Schmitz or something? Is that his name? I know he does a daily Bible reading. And I'm reading through the Bible again this year. Yes. I really like Mike. I hate to go, Father Mike. I like him. I haven't watched him in a long time. But, I'm doing a different read through the Bible. I've got it right here. It's, well, Tim Wildsmith, he kinda wrote the book. Well, it's a journal, it's a guidebook, but we read, Old Testament, New Testament, and the Psalms every day, and I'm enjoying doing that. I've done, chronological chronological read through the Bible for 3 years, but I kinda when you read through the Bible chronologically, it's almost October before you get to the New Testament, so I'm liking having a mixture this year. And, there's some other good podcasts. I know, I've done it before. The Bible recap. I jump around from year to year. And it's good to do a flyover, read through the Bible every year. Keeps us on our toes. And then I like to do deeper Bible studies too. And that's that story. So I hope I haven't lost anybody. So I see there's 8 people and not everybody's talking. I don't know if 8 means that there's a total of 8 people who've been watching or they're online right now. Kathy's cleaning out and came across an older Bible that the cover is damaged. She has other Bibles, so she may want to dispose of it. Any thoughts of a proper way to do it? That's a really good question. Kind of like disposing of a flag. You want to give it respect. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, I don't know what you would do with an older Bible. Um, Maybe contact a church and find out what the protocol is. I have I have several Bibles. I've got my grandfather's Bible, my paternal grandfather's Bible. Obviously, it's a King James version, and it's leather, and it's kind of falling apart. So Timothy says he's Catholic, and they burn or bury the old Bibles. Interesting. And so I gingerly get out my grandfather's old Bible and kind of look through it. And I forget where he got it now. My grandfather was born in England and they moved to America when he was 9. And I don't remember now. I have to go back and look. I don't know if they got it in England or here in America. Oh, I haven't gotten rid of any Bibles. Um, they all have a different purpose. In fact, I ordered a new one. Shame on me. Well, this daily scripture guidebook, you can get a Bible that that has the same reading plan, and it's the NASB Bible. And I got a gift card for Christmas at Amazon, so I ordered it. And I'll be getting it Friday. I do I do read most my Bibles for at one time or another. Oh, Timothy, that would be really cool to see a Gutenberg Bible. That would be fascinating. I forget how long, about 20 years ago, maybe longer than that. maybe 30 years ago. It was in Indianapolis. I might have an issue. Indianapolis had the Dead Sea Scrolls that it was a touring. They were going around the country, and it was fascinating all the what people went through just to get the Bible written in English. People were killed, because there was heresy, I guess, to write the Bible in a language that everybody could read. And I guess the Amish, their Bibles are written in High German, and they don't read English Bibles. It's all in German, which I find kind of interesting. And I might have an issue. My daughter thinks I have an issue. But each one has a purpose. I have a King James version. I have a New King James. ESV is probably my favorite. NLT is a nice Bible to read if you're a newer Christian. What else? NIV. And then I bought I can't think of the name of it off. It's a complete Jewish Bible. It's got the whole Bible, not just the Old Testament. It's got the New Testament in it too. And each one, some are study Bibles and some are just read through the Bibles. Here, I'll show you one. I've got one on my table here. And Timothy likes the RSV Bible. I don't know if I've shown this before. This is a Rainbow Study Bible. And they took 12 themes of the Bible. It kind of says on the back here. So there's 12 different colored themes. God, discipleship, love, faith, sin, evil, and a few more. And I was reading it today. But they've color-coded the whole Bible by themes. In this page, I know the gray, there was a lot of sin going on. This is in Lamentations, so that makes sense. So everything in gray is sin. And the green is love. So we got love and sin. Oh no, on the same page. But this is kind of interesting to read. You get it helps see the theme of a book of a Bible. Sometimes it's hard. So the Bible, the Gutenberg Bible, you saw it at the Smithsonian or the Library of Congress. I went to England, be 24 years this spring, and I saw one of the original Magna Cartas in Salisbury Cathedral. And that was amazing. And I don't know what language you couldn't read it. It might have been in Latin. I really don't know, but it was so cool. I think there's like 5 original copies of it. I love history. Some history. I like some history. And then when I went to England, I went to Stonehenge too. And that was an experience. So actually, Stonehenge is smaller than I thought it would be, but when you realize that they don't know how they moved the stones to Stonehenge. They think they had water canals built so they could transport the stones. So that was an interesting one thing I'll never forget, I guess, was going to Stonehenge, and then Salisbury Cathedral's nearby. And I didn't make it to Buckingham Palace, but I did make it to Stonehenge. So yes, I do have a lot of Bibles. Oh, I forgot to mention one is called the Net Bible, NET. I have that one too. So the Magna Carta, oh, okay, the Magna Carta is written in medieval Latin. And it was really flowery, like, like you see the old King James Bibles. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Um, when you go to Europe, and I've only been to England, they have so much history. And we think America's gonna be 250 years old this year. We've got nothing compared to many other cultures. Oh, Kathy might go to Stonehenge in September. Um, I I visited a friend, so he took me. I don't know if there's tour guides out there. You might want to do Salisbury Cathedral and Stonehenge on the same day. You might want to see if you can get a tour guide to do that. I would do both. And what else? I went in April, and the daffodils. Oh my gosh, they have daffodils lined uh, lined along all the roads. Well, at least where I was in southern England. And I love daffodils. It was so beautiful to go there in April. And yeah, it was a fun trip. I uh I think I told you guys I was born in England, so I thought I knew it all. I found out when I went back as an adult, I don't know anything. So, oh, that was a humbling moment. And actually, I'm a stranger to that country, really. I may know where places are on a map, but that's about as far as it goes. So I wanted to take my mom about it's been over 10 years now. I wanted to take my mom because she's English. I wanted to go back to where I was born, and she didn't want to go, so we didn't. And it's been so long now. I wouldn't remember much anyways. We spent a summer there when I was 9. And I'm rambling on. It's kind of we all wanna know our history, don't we? It seems like the older we get, the more we wanna know our history, and, it is important. In our 20s, our grandparents talk about the good old days, and now I wish I could sit and talk to them and learn more about their good old days because I didn't pay attention back then. So, yeah, that's my story. I haven't traveled a whole lot. Um, there's a lot of places here in the United States I've never been. Like, I've been as far west as St. Louis, and I went to see Mickey Mouse in Florida, and I've been to Williamsburg a couple times. So do any of you have, favorite spots you've been to that you vacation that you enjoyed? I'm gonna grab some water real quick. AJ's been as far west as Pensacola, Florida. Oh, you're funny. You've been south and west. Oh, okay. Kathy's doing a British Isles cruise out of Southampton. She stayed in London for 2 days before the last cruise and toured there, but may book a hotel in Southampton this time. So looking for tour options. So you've done cruises before? I'd love to do a train ride through the Canadian Rockies. I think that would be a neat trip. So Southampton, that's you probably fly into Heathrow and then find a way to get to Southampton. England has a lot better mass transit than we do here, at least where I live. If you live in a big city, I guess there's mass transit, but there really isn't in my neck of the woods. Your 40th cruise. Wow, Kathy. You're a seasoned cruiser. I've never watched them, but I've seen a couple YouTube channels where people actually live on cruise ships. So I don't know if that would be fun or not. So if I ever want to book a cruise, Kathy, I'll contact you and find out what's the best deal. And AJ hopes to go on his first cruise in the near future. Do you have it booked yet? Oh, you hope to go on your first cruise. So do you have one in mind, AJ? Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start booking for one. So Kathy, do you have favorite places you like to cruise to? So AJ, you're still brainstorming there. You must be get well, I was gonna say you must be getting a big tax return, but that's not nice. So I just hope that you can go. I've done a few bus tours, but that's been about it. Oh, okay, AG. I thought you were gonna go on one. Oh, when you said in the near future, I was thinking this spring or something, but so this will be several years out. So you can plan ahead and and decide where you want to go and what tour cruise tour is the best one. You might want to talk to Kathy and see what she recommends. So, and you're younger than me, but they say when you're retired, um 65 to 75 is your go-go years and 75 to 85 is slow-go years, and then 85 and up is no-go. Ah, see, Kathy's got some good ideas there. She loved Alaska and she's cruised from Venice to the Greek Isles. Oh, now that would be cool too. Um, I've known a couple people that have done the Alaska cruises. This is kind of funny. My ex-sister-in-law, her son lives in Alaska and they got married I guess he's my nephew. My ex-nephew got married last September, and I was gonna drive to Alaska. I live in Indiana, and I had no idea. I knew how long the United States was, but I didn't realize how big Canada was, and I think I would have to driven, like, 56 hours just to get to Alaska one way, and I decided I'm not going. So that was a bigger trip than I thought it was gonna be. I probably could have flown, but I just thought a long road trip would be fun. Oh, wow. Kathy, you're on it. She's cruising 26 days. The British Isles cruise followed by New York, I think. No, no, no rat. I'm not sure what that is. Iceland, Canada, and ending in New York. Um, Greenland might be part of America by this fall. Norway, okay. That does sound like fun. So is cruise kind of like getting airline tickets? If you book way in advance, you get a better rate. Oh, Dana, you've been listening. Oh, and I meant to respond to you. I was gonna do a Bible study, and I had these great plans. I decided I couldn't follow through. But I did come up with something. Um, it's a kind of a Bible study on the 7 I am statements of Jesus. And if anybody's interested, maybe we can do a little Bible study on that. So let me know. I'll do something smaller. And I got that from it's called the James Method. And she sells she sells Bible journals and stuff, but this is a free study, and I printed it off this afternoon. I was thinking, okay, you'd be down for that. I will put the I'll put it in the comments. And the study is, well, I'll try to make a copy and put it in the comments. And I thought that might be kind of a neat thing for Lent and in place of Lent. So it looks like a week is you do a chapter summary of one of the books of John, and then you hone in on you verse map one scripture of the day, one scripture for the week, and then a word study on a word study. So the first week, I am the bread of life. So the word study would be on bread. And um, there's lots of resources to learn how to do that. So okay, I will put that, or at least put the link to the Bible study. And I was able to get it. I found it on the website for free. And I don't know if any of you do Facebook or not, but the James Method, there's a Facebook group, and they discuss all the James Method stuff, and I think it's mostly women. So, and Kathy just said, as demand for cruising continues to increase, so do the prices. And she thinks it's a good value, and her preferred type of vacation, as she loves venturing out further to Europe and beyond. Yeah, it probably is good. You're on a cruise, everything's all set for you, and then the tours are ready to go, and you don't have to find them on your own. And I think too, um, there's security in being with a group of people, which I find comforting, I guess. I did not save up for traveling in my retirement years. I may regret that as I get older. So I'm not a big um I wouldn't want to travel by myself, let's put it that way. I I dreamt of buying an RV and driving across the country, but I watched a couple YouTube channels that did that, and I decided that wasn't for me, especially, if your RV breaks down. I watched one woman, I don't think she does it anymore, and she was pretty good at fixing her RV. I would just sit by the edge of the road and cry for a little while and then call for help. So, but I think that would be kind of fun to do. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night here, and I will definitely follow up on the 7 I am statements of Jesus in the book of John and brainstorm what to do. Maybe we could do our homework and then maybe do a live video once a week or something just to see how we did. So we could do that. And then if I get really brave, I could do other things later on. So, okay, everybody have a good week and be safe. And if you have family members, tell them you love them. It never hurts to tell somebody you love them. And if you can go visit them, give them a hug. So take care, everybody. Oh, she finally finished her January spending. Yay! I'm going to have a video out on that tomorrow. So everybody take care. Excuse me. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye.